Alright, here's me just VOD reviewing myself after a bad fight I had. People are gonna play bad, you're gonna have bad days, it happens. Just go back, look at the VOD, say, hey, what could I improve on? Where did I screw up? The biggest thing is, were there bad calls? Sure. Were there bad defensives? Sure. Were there bad position by people and myself? Sure. But if you truly want to improve, ignore everybody else's gameplay. That doesn't matter. How did you screw up? How could you have played better? Why was each mistake a mistake? Why was good plays good plays? You need to just look at yourself. If you're constant blaming other people, you're not going to improve. So here we are playing Clap Kite against Brawl. We're running circles. That's what you do. So I'm like, look, I know where we're going. I'm going to heal over the wall. But at this point, he says, push back through them west. We're changing our kite path. It happens. It's a good call. A lot of people flanking us. So, what do? I come down to the wall and head that way. Here's the first big mistake. I get engaged on, pierce, snared. I have cleanse up. Cleanse gets me out of this. Don't know why I don't use it. 100% misplay. Should have used it instantly. Cleanse the pierce. I would have took a lot less damage. Would have been fine. Here's the next big mistake. As soon as I holoful west, the caller says go back east, which is a little bit questionable considering we've already swapped and we're kite, but that's irrelevant. No matter which way we're kiting, you don't want to be on either side as a healer. You want to play that midline so you can heal the tanks that get left behind, the DPS that maybe get left behind. So by Eing west, that's a mistake. That puts me on one side, so I'm already cutting my help in half by being on one side. If I would have eaten north, I would have been okay. Much better. Now let's slow it down. I already made the mistake eating west, right? So now I decide, let's double down. Let's make another mistake. I have res pot up. I'm in the bad position. You need to instantly res pot. I could avoid so much damage if I'm res potted right now, but I don't. So what do? I try to orb somebody near me to heal me, who's a healer, and as soon as I try, not in slow motion, but in real time, the healer blinks. My fault. Instead, I should have just keep pushing northeast and waited for someone who doesn't have blink, like a tank, and orbed him. Was there questionable calls? Sure. Questionable defensives? Of course. Questionable other heals? Sure. But none of that matters because of mistakes I made earlier. I'm not in this position. If I cleanse early, I don't take damage, so I don't need E. Or even if I cleanse late, I just E north and I'm safe, then there's no need for anything else. No one else has to try to save me. Everything else is fine. And now because of my mistake, Cerebral tries to heal me on the west, and now he's out of position. So if he dies, it's not really his fault. He was trying to save me because of a bad play. So you can see how the chain effect happens and how a lot of people are like, oh, I died because I didn't heals. Well, it might be your fault because of 2 or 3 mistakes you made 30 seconds earlier. But you wouldn't know if you don't go back, look at your VOD, and just truly understand what could I have done better and how does this affect the fight later.